Greetings, friends, and welcome to BBP. Do you know what it means to love unconditionally? I like to think I understand what that means, but as human beings living in a sinful and fallen world, I think the closest that we can come to that is the love that we have for our children and our families. But I want to suggest to you today that God's love is infinitely greater and higher than any amount of love we can muster up to adorn on our families. So to see what this looks like, let's go back to the beginning, to the Garden of Eden, where Adam and Eve walked in perfect communion with our Creator, Almighty God. And the Bible tells us that the very second they gave in to temptation and ate of the fruit of the tree of knowledge, their eyes were opened to every emotion, every behavior, every sin that they previously knew nothing about. And suddenly, what once was perfect communion was now nothing but guilt and shame. And all of mankind will never know life in a perfect world as a result of their sin. But even in their sinful state, God still loved them unconditionally. In fact, you might say that they couldn't have understood the depths of His love until they understood that they were sinful and in desperate need of His love. You see, even after they sinned, and God placed a curse on the childbirth and on the ground where we get our food from, He still loved them unconditionally and provided for them. He clothed them with animal skins, which were much better than the fig leaves they sewed together to try to hide their nakedness. And, listen to this, He banished them from the Garden of Eden. That was an act of love, an act of compassion. Why? Why do you say that? I say that because God knew that if they continued to eat from the tree of life, they were going to live forever. And He knew that they would not be able to bear up under the weight and consequences of their sin forever. And now, because of the ungodly condition of this world, God's love is unconditional. But that was just the beginning of His marvelous display of love and compassion for His children. He's just getting started because God knew that the day of the fall would come, and He was willing to do anything to fix it. And in fact, He did. Even in the curse, God shows His unconditional love for us, in that while we were sinners, Christ died for us. And because of the curse, we can not only understand what He did, well, now we understand why He did it. I want you to think about this. The next time you start thinking that God doesn't love you, everything He does out of love for His children. Well, thank you for joining me here today. We'll see you right back here next week with another new video. Until then, you keep your eyes on Jesus and not on your troubles. Thank you.